Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Now on my Canadian Studmuffin channel, my other YouTube channel, I just posted a video talking about this newly remastered golden earring album, Switch. And I briefly talk about Bob Dylan's Saved. And I also, the title is Mystery, I'm going to have a mystery person to interview in a couple of weeks. And, you know, I let the viewers know in the video. And so if you haven't watched that video, please do. But I will let you know who I'm going to be interviewing in a couple of weeks before I get into the main subject here. As you know, as some of you know, I am a huge fan of Blue Oyster Cult. I've been a fan. It'll be 50 years. It's 50 years this year since 1975. And I'm a huge fan, of course, of Yes and John Anderson. No, I'm not interviewing John Anderson. But I'm interviewing Richie Castellano, if that's how you pronounce his last name. I need to double check how you pronounce it. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. But he has been the bassist and guitarist, keyboardist for Blue Oyster Cult for many years. Great producer. And of course he plays the bass in the Band Geeks and other instruments probably. And I want to mention that this album, I've already talked about it before, but please believe me, I'm not exaggerating. This John Anderson and the Band Geeks Live Perpetual Change Deluxe Edition, 2 CDs and the DVD, which I still need to watch. It's the full concert on DVD. And this is the track listing. And I know that, lots of great reviews for this. The only negative is they were wishing there were some songs from this album. But the thing is, this was recorded I think about a year ago. And it was before this was released. So that's why there's nothing from this on this. But it doesn't matter. If you are a fan of Yes, the John Anderson years, you need this. You need this in your collection because it is one of the best live albums I've ever heard. And I'm not exaggerating. This might actually be, I'll give it some more time, but it might be my favorite live album ever. And so please check it out. And what I did, I just checked out about a minute, well, not even a minute, about 30 seconds of the opening track, Yours Is No Disgrace. And I bought the album. That's how good it is. So the main subject is a band that they were a pretty popular band, and they're still kind of going today, in a way, with just one original member. But I think they're really underrated, and they were very underrated by me for years, even though I liked, some of their songs. It's just in the last year or two, checking some of the live footage of them in about 73, 74, they were a friggin', that's right, I said friggin', they were a friggin' great live band. Guess who I'm talking about? No, it's not the Guess Who. Guess who I am talking about? Sweet. Yeah, Sweet. Now, in the 70s, I bought Desolation Boulevard, which had, of course, Ballroom Blitz, and I really did like the album, but I didn't have the album for maybe a year or so, and I went on to other things. And I also bought Give 'Em a Wink, which includes the single Action, which I've always loved. But the rest of the, when I bought the album, I really, I guess I liked it. Action was awesome. It's always been awesome. But the rest of the album, I never gave it really much of a chance. And once again, I went on to other things. But I'm going to be ordering some Sweet CDs. I think I might get Desolation Boulevard. I know the US and Canadian version is different than the UK one, but I want to get the authentic UK one, which I don't think has Ballroom Blitz on it. And I might get the 3 CD Greatest Hits. That's on Amazon. And I definitely want to Give 'Em a Wink, because I played some of it again today, and it's a hard rockin' album, and it is so good. I know earlier in their career they were kind of, and I want to talk about this in a video with Phil Aston from Now Spinny Magazine about Top of the Pops. There were certain bands, back in the 70s like Sweet, Slade, and all that, Wizard. With Roy Wood, and just because of their appearance, I thought they were kind of hokey, and I wasn't into the glitter rock and all that. Their lip syncing and acting goofy and all that, it just kind of turned me off at the time. They weren't cool. Sweet and Slade and some of these other bands just weren't cool. But like I said, I just have a new respect, big respect for the band, because they were excellent musicians. Mick Tucker on the drums. Watch some live footage of Sweet in the mid-70s. I did do a short. I think it's on my Canadian Studmuffin channel. Just posted that today. And the band, like I said, was really, really good. And so I think I can now admit, I think I'm a fan of Sweet. Isn't that sweet? So yeah, that's it. Just a kind of a short video. And please, if you have the time, check out my video on my Canadian Studmuffin channel. It's kind of my review of seeing Ed Bassmaster live with Molly, and there's extra footage and photos. There's an update on the Kitties, some pictures and video. And then, I talk about the mystery person I'm going to interview, which you now know it's Richie from Blue Oyster Cult and the Band Geeks. And I reached out to him about a week ago, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then about 5 days later, he emailed me back, and he's all for the interview. I told him I want to promote this excellent live album, and of course the studio album True, and talk about their tour, talk about his past, his musical influences and whatever. So stay tuned for that in a couple of weeks on my Canadian Studmuffin channel, so make sure you're subscribed to that. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.